Good morning, everybody. Again, my name is David Bennett. I'm currently serving as your senior warden and also happen to be the stewardship chair. And so I come to you this morning with a message of stewardship. Quite appropriate given our sermon and not coordinated by this crew. I won't promise that it wasn't coordinated by some higher power. For the last couple of weeks, we've been sending out some teasers. We are entering the stewardship season, and you may have seen at the end of the slideshow presentation we had a few weeks ago, or in some articles since then in the newsletter, the stewardship campaign title this year is A Future with Hope, which is just, I couldn't think of a better title and theme for the season. And so in a couple of weeks, we'll be sending out the stewardship packets, and you'll have a couple of weeks after that to think about and prayerfully consider your gifts for St. John's for next year as we enter the budgeting process. There's plenty of time for that. What I'm here to talk about this morning is really one of my favorite traditions that we have here as part of the stewardship campaign, which is our series of ministry moments. So today we have the first of about 6 ministry moments where we will have folks come up and kind of share their own personal experiences on how St. John's has touched their lives, or how through St. John's they've been able to impact the community, and kind of the benefits and gifts that they see in receiving and contributing to St. John's. And the seed I want to plant with you all this morning is, again, thinking about stewardship as a ministry. Just like all of the other ministries that we have in the church, whether it's youth programs or community outreach or any of the many ministries that we participate in here at St. John's, stewardship is a ministry program as well. And in a lot of ways, it's the ministry program that sets all of those other ministries in motion. And so what I want to do today is we're going to invite Sarah Goodwin to come up and speak to us. She's been gracious enough and brave enough to step forward and provide our first ministry moment as we enter our stewardship campaign. So thank you, Sarah.
Hi, good morning. I'm Sarah Goodwin. Good morning. First, thank you so much for praying for our family for the last couple of weeks, because we were suffering with COVID, but we're all better now, and we're great to be able to see people in person again. But I wanted to talk about the remote worship aspect. So to know our family a little bit, we started attending St. John's in January of 2020. Perfect timing. We were immediately welcomed, seeing Lois Sauer waving at us from the back and welcoming us with open arms. And we felt instantly welcomed and instantly at home. And then COVID happened, and we were stuck at home. And what was really helpful for us is that we recognized that the members of the church were so much of a family and so interested in trying to keep people together that it was a mad scramble to try to keep that connection. And so what we found was immediately that, our parish was doing morning and evening compline. And so I had the opportunity we were still really new to the church. We were going to the early service. Our son, our 4-year-old, only had one opportunity to see other kids in the Godly Play class. But being able to do the morning and evening compline, I got a chance to meet a ton of people through the parish. Once we started doing services at Pentecost, doing Zoom services with our own church, we had the opportunity to have digital coffee hour. And so we got to chat with other people in the parish and sort of get to know these relationships, things that we hadn't had an opportunity to do because of COVID. Our roots here were not as deep because we were still super new, so we didn't have those established relationships. So the fact that everyone from the church office to, people, just church members trying to make it happen, it was really helpful for us to feel connected and to sort of emphasize that this was our home, our church home for us. We felt really welcome, really happy here. And one thing that we really appreciated, so the Godly Play program for children, every Sunday morning, all of the children would get on Zoom wearing their jammies, sitting at the breakfast table, sometimes eating Cheerios, and they would get to have digital Godly Play together. And it was cool for us as parents because it's not something we would have gotten to be exposed to during a normal service. The children would have normally marched off and gotten to have their own time to learn and worship. And it was really cool for us to get to sit with him and experience that with him. And there, the amount of support from, like I said, those in the staff, the people, that would join the children in godly play, it really was meaningful for us. It helped us to feel like even though we weren't at church with people, it was still a very large part of our lives. And it helped us to make the decision. We baptized Jacob here at St. John's. Brent and I this summer were confirmed into the church. We officially converted from our previous space. And I think that our experience with remote worship played a really large role in that. It helped us to feel like this was the right place. Even being behind the scenes, as a millennial, I volunteered to help with music digitally because I felt like I could stumble through it okay. And getting to see how hard people were working to try to make the experience of worship and trying to have some semblance of normalcy. Seeing how hard everyone was working together and trying to share that was really, I can't put it into words accurately how meaningful it was and how much love there was coming from everyone in the community to try to share that. So thank you very much.
Amen.